Maksim Yakubets, hacker name Aqua.
As the leader of a cybercriminal gang,
responsible for multiple ransomware attacks.
They named their company Evil Corp.
Hundreds of millions of dollars from thousands of people and companies.
So here's a question. How is the FBI's most wanted cybercriminal still a free man? 2009, two hackers infect the Bullitt County Treasurer's PC with a Trojan called Zeus. They steal login info of the county's bank account, and soon money starts disappearing. Payments of up to $10,000 are transferred to at least 25 individuals across the U.S. The attackers are clever. They avoid raising suspicion and mask their activities by connecting through the victim's PC. It takes around 8 days for the county's bank to realize something is wrong. But by that time, it's already too late. Not long after, the Washington Post releases an article. PC Invader costs Kentucky County $415,000. Malware gets into the system through an unauthorized installation, and the hackers steal thousands of dollars. On July 9, 2010, U.S. authorities receive help from Russian law officials. The email address tied to the Aqua hacker is traced to Maksim Yakubets. Quite easily so. The cybercriminal uses the same account to order a stroller for his baby. This discovery soon leads to a residential search of Yakubets' home, but the investigation doesn't bear fruit. Russia doesn't take any further actions, and the U.S. is powerless to proceed with an investigation on foreign lands. Left to his own devices, through the years, Maksim racks up quite the cybercrime resume. He's suspected to lead in the devastating Dridex Malware attacks, which appeared in 2012.
Maksim Yakubets of Moscow, Russia, has been indicted in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for his alleged role as the leader of a cyber-criminal gang responsible for the distribution of a multifunction malware package known as Bugat.
Dridex, also known as Bugat, targets Windows users. The hackers use clever tactics to embed a macrovirus into a Microsoft Word and Excel file. Upon opening the file, the malware injects a keylogger, which monitors each press on the computer's keyboard. And just like that, all of the login details, banking credentials, and even personal information, it's all compromised. In 2014, Dridex spreads via 15,000 daily spam emails, attacking mostly UK and US citizens. Just 1 year later, both countries ended up with an estimated £20 million and $10 million of theft, respectively. Around the same time, the Dridex gang becomes known as Evil Corp, with Yakubets allegedly serving as their leader. Evil Corp members quickly prove to be one of the most dangerous hacker groups in the world.
Federal prosecutors charged 2 Russian hackers today with ripping off American businesses and schools, even a nursing home.
This way, with Dridex alone, the hacker organization steals over $100 million from hundreds of banks and institutions. And that's just the beginning. Soon after, a whole bouquet of new malware follows. Locky, a Microsoft Word document containing macroviruses. Or BART, an email photo attachment that encrypts your valuable files. In 2017, Evil Corp hackers also use BitPaymer to target UK hospitals. The ransomware attack affects mostly large companies, requiring a ransom of up to 53 bitcoins, which at the time adds up to a whopping £230,000. However, 2019 delivers a surprise. Evil Corp, Maksim Yakubets, and all his associates receive sanctions from the U.S. Treasury Department. If any of the Evil Corp members ever leave Russia, they ought to be arrested. What's more, 2 of the most notorious hackers from Evil Corp are charged with criminal violations by the Department of Justice.
That we will identify you, we will unmask you, and we will prosecute you.
Maksim Yakubets also receives the highest bounty reward ever put on a hacker, $5 million. It's over for Evil Corp. Or is it? Just a year later, we encounter the story of the Garmin hacking. All their internal systems are encrypted, online services are down, and Garmin employees suspect WasteLocker, a ransomware type directly tied to Evil Corp. The Garmin ransomware attack results in a chilling $10 million ransom demand. Garmin doesn't say a word about paying it, but within 4 days, They begin to restore their services using a decryption key. Many sources speculate that Evil Corp got exactly what they wanted. Even if Yakubets is on the list of most wanted cybercriminals, the FBI can't reach the Russian hacker, at least as long as he's in Russia. But being restrained to one country doesn't seem to bother Yakubets. He's known for quite an extravagant lifestyle, driving around in a $200,000 Lamborghini with a custom license plate that reads thief, and spinning circles with his car right in front of Moscow's police. He's also splashing out on pet tigers and lion cubs, going on spa vacations that cost up to 1 million rubles a week. But what guarantees the Russian cybercriminal such freedom? Let's go back in time. In the summer of 2017, he marries Aliana, the daughter of an ex-FSB officer, Edward Benderskaya. The wedding costs a minimum of $300,000, with some sources estimating a price tag of more than $500,000. His new father-in-law and the hidden face fuel suspicions over his role in government-covered Russian cyber attacks. What's more, multiple sources suspect that Evil Corp itself is controlled by Russian intelligence. It isn't too far of a stretch. Rumors and speculations deem Russia as a harbor for cybercriminals. And not just rumors. According to Dmitry Alperovich, former chief technical officer of the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike, it's a choice between prison and working for the state. For Russia, this proves to be quite beneficial. Why spend resources on researching revolutionary hacks and trying to avoid all types of cyber attacks when you can get a malicious actor to work for you? Russia's point of view is clear. Karen Kazaryan says there's a simple rule. Just don't ever work against your country and businesses in this country. If you steal something from Americans, that's fine. However, proving this connection isn't easy. Russian hackers hide behind fake names and pseudonyms. But one thing is clear. Maksim Yakubets is untouchable in Russia. And it's not just Yakubets. It's speculated that multiple members of Evil Corp are relatives of high-ranking Russian officials. Yet the Russian government brushes off hacking accusations against its citizens, and the FBI's most wanted cybercriminals, just like Maksim Yakubets, remain free. If he ever steps out of Russian soil, he'll be immediately arrested. I hope you enjoyed this dive into the life and crimes of the most notorious Russian cybercriminal. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss other interesting stories.